A friend of mine went on a wild cow catching mission in New Mexico last week, and he was telling me about parts of his adventures, and in part of it, a horse fell on him, and he hung his foot in the rope, trying to get away, and the horse drug him a little while, and he rolled and rolled out of it, and I said, "Oh yeah, it's the first time you get hung up that scares you. After that, it's no big deal." And my wife and I were kind of giggling about that, and she said, I ought to bring this up. So, what to do when you get a foot hung, because it can happen. So every time I've ever seen my wife, get bucked off, ever, she's hung a foot, and resulted in a broken ankle once, and resulted in a couple of bumps and bruises a couple other times. She's always been extremely lucky to, when she has a foot hung, to have the horse jump and kick and then step right on her butt and then jump away again, and it pops her foot out of the stirrup. But now the last couple times I've seen her get bucked off, and not like she gets bucked off all the time, but it happens. She's rolling in the air before she ever, like you can see when she's off, as she's going through the air, her foot's hung, and you go, "Ugh!" But she starts rolling long before she ever hits the ground, and has her foot out by the time she hits the ground. So that's the thing I want to talk about. If you get hung up, what do you do? Well, first of all, relax. Anytime, this is some great advice I got from my dad, and he wasn't even talking about horses, but he just said any wreck at all, if you get in a wreck, relax. You're less likely to get hurt if you're relaxed than if you're tense. But first off, relax. And second of all, roll to your belly. And I vividly remember the first time I got hung a foot, and I rolled to my belly, and I didn't come undone, and I thought, oh my gosh, I must have rolled the wrong way. So I rolled to my back, and I still didn't come undone. So I rolled to my belly again, and I did several rolls before I finally. Actually, no, I did several rolls, and then I did the stupidest thing you could possibly do. I grabbed onto something as it went by. And it worked, but don't grab onto stuff as it goes by. That's bad. But if you get a foot hung, start rolling, and if it doesn't pop right out, just keep rolling, and roll the other way, and stay relaxed, and just keep rolling to your belly, and eventually your foot will rotate in there and pop out. But be relaxed and just roll your belly and just keep rolling. And so anytime I talk about these safety things, that's always the do as I say, not as I do thing. Here's what I actually do. I get really, really relaxed, and I wait for the son of a gun to step on me hard enough that it jerks the stirrup off my foot. That's what I actually do. But what you should do is get relaxed and roll. So there's your safety tip for the month.